fellas, to the men, I gotta tell you, man, you have to appreciate the good women out here. So many times I see this MGTOW, men's rights, again, and I've said it before, MGTOW started out good. It started out righteous. It started out men saying enough is enough. We're going to educate ourselves. We're going to hold these women accountable. We're going to love ourselves, work on ourselves. Our entire lives are not going to be based around getting sex. We're not going to give our power away anymore. MGTOW started out just, it started out righteous. Now, what it turned into, Lord knows. Now it's just full of a lot of, quote unquote, incels and guys who just hate women, and everything they do is complain about women, and, a bunch of men sitting around in a circle talking about how they don't like women. I'm just being honest with you. It is what it is, interpret it as you may. But so many times, unfortunately, I see this toxicity, this vitriol, this malice, this contempt, this hatred that a lot of guys have for women as a whole, just in general, to where you will have women standing up for men, women standing up for men, women who are righteous, women who are actually doing their best. These are the types of women you're supposed to look after and protect and care for and cherish. And these are the women right here. You're constantly complaining about how these hoes, these women, these bitches. But then when you get women who actually stand up with their souls intact, women who, even in the West, especially the Western women, who are able to reject the programming and the propaganda that they are fed. Do you understand the amount of privilege and bias that women in the West could use if they really chose to? So when you find women in the West especially, these are women who have every reason to be assholes, but choose to stand up for righteousness. And you still got guys, we don't need you. We are in this together. I've said this before. We rise together or we do not rise for long. This hatred that the sexes have for one another in the West, because that's the society, that's the culture that pushes this nonsense. It's gotta die. Period. I'm making this video for the men, though. I can make another video talking about the women, and I talk about that all the time. So I stand for men's rights, and I stand for men having self-respect and so forth. You know that I stand for not being a coward or a weakling and standing up as a man. I stand for that. My track record speaks for itself. Anybody who knows me knows who I am and how I move. I don't play when it comes to being a man. I'm not putting up with your nonsense. You feel me? So I'm not saying this to absolve women of sins. What I'm saying is, too many times in this Western society, you will have quality women, the women that you claim you want. You will see them rise up to stand alongside men on this battle against propaganda and feminism and so forth. And you'll have these men who are so jaded, bitter, and broken will attack the same women that are standing in the trenches with you. Do you understand the amount of character and integrity it takes for a person to stand up for other people when they have every reason in their selfishness, every reason and to be narcissistic, every reason to sit up here and ride to the cleaners and say, I give a damn about men, it don't hurt me. I mean, it does hurt them in the long run, but a lot of women don't see that, right? But you have women who stand up, who will sit there in fairness and justice, right? Who literally, in the interim, in the immediate, it doesn't even serve them in the immediate to stand up for men. They go against the sisterhood. They go against societal programming. They go against all of the conditioning. They go against everything that society is telling them to do, which society is a lie and full of crap. We know that, but I'm saying it takes character. So you have these women with these characters, this amazing light that they refuse to let die or be snuffed out by this Western society. And then you'll have these men who will still attack them and belittle them and, bitch, we don't need your help. You guys need serious help. Serious help. Work on yourselves, because a lot of you guys, you have way too much vitriol and hate and malice toward all women. Go talk to your mother. Do something, because the amount of trauma and the amount of damage and the amount of toxicity that you see from these men in these groups and on these videos and these chats and Reddit and YouTube and Facebook, God damn. I mean, it will make your stomach turn. I've actually seen before, you'll have women, their entire platform is based around telling women, hey, do this. Hey, listen, sis, you got to be better. Listen, men are not stupid like society has taught you to believe. Treat these men with respect. Men know what you're doing. You cannot gaslight and manipulate them. I've seen women stand up. You would think the spirit of Kevin Samuels possessed these women, okay? These women will stand up and call women out. These are women calling themselves out. You know what type of character it takes to do that? And you'll still have dudes, you ain't nothing, bitch. I'm like, come on, dog. Appreciate the quality women. If you do not, what does that make you as a man? What does that make you? Try being a better person. What does that make you as a human being, as a man? How can you look yourself in the mirror knowing that you are actively part of the problem? Knowing that you are actively part of the problem. How do y'all live with yourselves? You claim that women do this, and that, and this, and this, and some do. A lot do. But then you'll have the remnant. You'll have these goddesses, man. I'm talking, they got the light shining off of them. There's something more to these women. And y'all will destroy them and tear them down quicker than the women will. Y'all always talk about the sisterhood being toxic. And women will destroy other women quicker. But then as soon as you have a woman standing up with that Christ energy, with that divine light in her, y'all actively tear it down. And you tell me that's not satanic. Don't talk to me about what women do when you sit up here and actively seek to destroy anytime a woman rises up with any type of light or any type of righteousness or any type of goodness. You go right to trying to tear her down. A lot of these dudes are messed up. They are absolutely broken, man. You should want to make the lives of others around you better. You should see improvements being made. You should see a woman who's actually standing up firmly, shoulder square, standing firmly in front of other women and talking to the men and calling women out, saying, hey, listen, we got to be better. Hey, check this. Whoa, listen. Hey. And you'll still have dudes who'll find a way to hate that. The hell is wrong with you? How you have that much hatred toward women and you call yourself a straight man? And I'm not one of those guys who's going to shame somebody. You dare stand against women? That's not what I'm saying. But you have women who are standing with you and you'll turn around and put the knife on them. Y'all need serious help. Something is genuinely wrong with these dudes, man. Genuinely. Now, if you got a woman that's attacking men and bashing men, you take the bitch's head off with a pike. Who gives a shit? But you'll have women who are literally your partners. They are literally your cohorts. They are your comrades in this war against feminism and nonsense. Don't you understand that you're not going to win this war on feminism without men and women working together? These women who are standing for righteousness are some of your greatest allies you're going to have in this war against the propaganda and the Satanism and the evil and the wickedness. These women are some of your greatest cohorts. You are literally shooting yourselves in the foot. But then you claim that you want to see men rise and you want to see men elevate. But then you have women saying, come on, let's do this. And you turn the knife on her because she has a vagina. Something wrong with these niggas, man. Seriously. You cannot convince me these dudes are not closeted. There's no way. You cannot hate women that much and be a straight man. I don't care what you say. Listen, I'm not talking about when the women are out here attacking you and bashing you, and I get all of that. Those hoes get attacked, cut down, chopped down, bitch, be quiet. I'm talking about women who are doing the opposite. You have women who are out here on your side. They genuinely are standing for what's right because they have a clear conscience. They have a good soul. They have not been infected and just derailed by this virus of the spirit and mind that Western society pushes through propaganda and media for the past 70 years or whatever. We all see it. But when you have women who are standing up, man, come on. Come on. We don't need your help. Yes, nigga, you do need her help. Because we are in this together. Your greatest allies are going to come in the form of men and women. When women stand up against other women and say, no, sis, listen, hey, check, listen, sis, we got to, check this out, hear me, listen. When women start to do that to other women, that's when you start to get even more of that push that's needed to make the change. We can talk all day, every day of the week with a bunch of men saying, hey, women, hey, women, hey, women. I'm not saying they won't listen, but women tend to really listen when something becomes pop culture. And for something to become pop culture, you got to have the women on board. The voice of women is what's going to really pierce the veil for real when it comes to this consciousness and trying to get these gender conflicts solved and get us back on track. It's very important, man. It's very important that we understand how much we have to work together to really make this thing pop. I don't care how you try to dance around it. We do it together or we don't do it for long. Yes, a man can build up other men and we can talk about the power of the man, the power of the patriarchy. We the best and we are the best. You damn right. But at the end of the day, if you're any type of man worth his salt, then seeing women as your teammates is the only natural way. I don't know where y'all got this new mindset of just a bunch of straight men sitting around a bunch of other men jerking each other off, talking about how they don't need women. I'm just saying, man, I love women. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Like, it's so weird to me, bro. It's so weird to me. You a straight man, but you look at women and damn near throw up. That don't sound too straight to me. You hate everything about women. Every time you see anything feminine, any woman, that women so this. She's a woman. You're supposed to be attracted to the opposite of yourself, you fucking weirdo. Oh my God. You guys are weird as hell, man. Weird as hell. This new culture in Western society, men are just bitches. Just sit around all day crying about how much they don't like women. What the fuck? Come on, I'm gonna need some clarification with these niggas. I'm sorry, bro. Because this is getting out of hand. These they be all day, every day with it, man. I'm not trying to rant too much, but come on, man. Come on. If you see women sitting up here trying to do what's right, don't you understand that that's the Most High's way of letting you know the stuff is working? That means that you have women who are getting it and they're standing beside you. You dumb motherfucker. Like, this is literally your partner standing next to you saying, let's do this. Let's bring the righteousness. Come on, bro. These guys who think that the message is going to just do what it's going to do and the world's going to just go on and everything is going to be perfect without women. Just screw women. To hell with women. Like your first teacher was not your mother. Like the first person who fed you and nurtured you, the person who carried you inside of their own body, sacrificed their own health so you could have a chance at living, was your mother. Now I know some guys will say, well, my mother wasn't shit. My mother was a bad person. Okay, but you get my point. When you were a blob, a fucking amoeba, a freaking germ, right? And you couldn't defend yourself, you couldn't feed yourself, you couldn't clothe yourself, you didn't know anything about anything, you weren't conscious, you weren't aware, you didn't grow up into this boss badass man, you were a fucking blob. It was that woman who nurtured you inside of herself. It was the woman who birthed you. It was the woman who was your first source of food. When you breastfed, you fed from her. Do you see what I'm saying? Stop disrespecting and dumping on the feminine like the feminine don't matter. I'm not knocking the masculine. I'm not downplaying manhood. Anybody that knows me knows I stand firm. But come on. Any type of man worth his salt, there's no way you can just completely dismiss the feminine and call yourself any sort of healthy at all. You can't do it. You got nothing good to say about women in any circumstance, but you a healthy man. No, you're not. Nobody's saying you have to simp and ass kiss and tell them how perfect they are all the time. But come on, man. Come on. The feminine is every bit as important. And until y'all realize that, you're not really on the path of any type of enlightenment. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. You can talk all day. You can have all of these facts and this information and these numbers. And if you don't have the soul behind it, and you don't have the intuition and the wherewithal, the wisdom to know how to apply it, you ain't nothing but a freaking child with an AK. You got all this knowledge, all this information, but no wisdom. You could give a freaking 5-year-old an AK and let them destroy everything around them and themselves. They have the tools, they don't have the wisdom. That's y'all out here in the spirit. Y'all don't have the wisdom, man. You read a bunch of books, you watch a bunch of podcasts, listen to a bunch of dudes sit up all day talking about how much they hate women. Oh, these women, these women, these women, these women, all damn day. It brainwashes you. Now you just another drone running around hating women blindly. Now you can't even look at your own family members with any sort of love. Now you see your own sister and hate her. That's just a woman. Do you understand what this social media era has done to y'all, man? It has completely warped and twisted the minds of these men and women too, but this video is not about women. When I make a video about women, you'll hear me talk about that. I talked about that many times. And I talked about this many times, but we need to talk about it some more. These men need to freaking work on themselves, bro. Do you be the best you that you can be, kick ass, take names, and be the best version of yourself. And part of that is being healthy. And how do you be healthy? Yeah, you can read all the books. You can watch all the podcasts, bros. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, a true legend. He sparked the fire of men loving themselves and women looking in the mirror and saying, damn, let me check myself. We get it. Shout out to Samuels, a true legend. Rest in peace, you are missed. I'm never going to bash Samuels. I didn't agree with how he did everything. I didn't agree with his personality a lot of times. I thought he was a little much sometimes, you know what I mean? But it ain't always about everything being wrapped up in a pretty little bow. Sometimes you got to take the ass whooping, and that's what Samuels gave, the ass whipping that was necessary. So shout out to him, rest in peace, Godfather, legend, missed. What I'm saying, a lot of these guys, you're supposed to build upon what other people did, right? Even when Samuels was around, I was like, yo, you know what? I would do it this way, man, because I'm kind of missing some of the empathy in his message a little bit. You know, it's like it's true, but it's like I don't know if it's coming from love or not. Sometimes I would see videos and I was okay. I can see some love in there, like that fatherly energy. Some of it sometimes, but a lot of times it was just a guy who was pissed off with the BS and was just calling these hoes out. And I get that. We human. I'm not saying that it wasn't justified and I didn't agree with 99% of what the dude said. I just thought the message was great, but how it was delivered sometimes to me, I didn't really get as much genuine love out of it as I could have, in my opinion, my take. My point is, I see that and I apply it to my own life and I say, you know what, man? Me being a more intuitive sort of guy, more empathic, right? Let me apply that to it. Because I feel like my personal take on it is, if all these guys just keep taking the information and they got the numbers and the facts and the data and the stats, and that's cool, that's great. I'm not saying that's not a thing. But how many guys are bringing that information with actual love? Are you bringing this information because you actually want to see men and women work together? You actually want to see women and men rise up together? Or are you doing this just as a way to be angry, be bitter, be resentful, and just push and spew hatred 24/7? What's the end goal, man? Because if you're just making the content to tear women down and say, bitch, you ain't shit, bitch, you ain't shit, bitch, you ain't shit, what's the point? What's the point? Right? When you did something as a kid, you messed up and you screwed up, or you lied, or you stole something at the grocery store, whatever, you stole a candy bar, whatever, your parents, they got with you, right? They checked you, right? But at some point, the ass whooping stopped and they said, hey, oh, did you learn your lesson now? Do you see why? Because I don't want you to go to prison and I don't want you to go down to life. So you take the ass whooping in love. So now you on the right path, right? They taught you. And it took a spanking, it took a belt. It may have took a slap. It may have took a strong yelling too. Okay? But you got the message. It was done in love. But imagine if they just beat you to a bloody pulp because you stole a Snickers. And say, if he dies, he dies. What the hell was the point of it? That's what y'all are doing when it comes to these women, man. Y'all are just beating up on them, telling them they ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't shit, bitch. Are you trying for that to see them be better or not, dog? Like, how much of this women ain't shit, witches ain't shit? But okay, bro, we get it all damn day. And these quote-unquote teachers, these quote-unquote gurus, don't even know what the hell they talking about. These dudes aren't even in healthy relationships themselves. These dudes are not happily married. These dudes are not in happy relationships. Every time these dudes get with women, it don't work. You know, half these dudes so damn broken, they hate their mothers, they don't even, but they teaching you about women though. Huh? How you gonna go to a doctor that don't even know what the hell they talking about? I'm gonna go to you, get cured, but you're not even healthy. I go to you and you sitting up here with your lungs collapsed, you smoke a pack a day, you drink a gallon a week, hard scotch, unprotected sex, you running around with all type of venereal disease, you just falling apart, bones brittle, can't walk half right, but I'm gonna go to you and let you diagnose me to get over the common cold. Get the fuck out of here. These dudes ain't got no business teaching nobody about nothing, but they got these broken niggas sitting up here teaching a bunch of other dudes how to be broken. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You got motherfuckers that are completely terminal in the spirit trying to feed your spirit. Get the fuck. Sit your ass down. Man. Enough is enough, man. So I'm telling y'all one more time now. You got women that are out here trying to stand up for righteousness, man. It is your duty to support that. Because if you support that, you are supporting divine balance. And until you truly understand that and truly support divine balance, you can't call yourself no healthy nothing. It's all about the men. It's all about the woman. No, we in it together or we not in it at all, bro. We in it together or we not in it at all. I don't want to hear about everything women do wrong and you never got anything good to say about anything. And then when you see women standing up, proving to you that there are good women out here, you attack them even more. Y'all need to sit y'all asses down, man.